this is Daryl at 10 Foot Truck. Good Attitudes Services. And as you can see, it's snowing and very cold. But just got back from the mechanic. He replaced the sensor and just got back in time. I mean, I thought I was going to be stuck because there's a little bit of slope coming out of the shop, and it was been snowing since I dropped it off full blast. So a little bit concerned, but I got the truck back, and he really did a good job. And he said he had a little bit of difficult time getting out, and so it took about a couple hours, it was at least 2 hours. Now, what was cool is that I looked at the labor. He only charged me $100 for the labor, and that was 2 hours, so that's $50 an hour. That's really reasonable. I mean, as far as do I have this upside down? Yeah, that's very reasonable for a mechanic. I mean, I that's about as as cheap as it can get, and the guy's really good at what he does. He's trustworthy. I've had my car fixed there, so he's only literally down like 2 driveways from where I live, so I'm really happy about that. I asked him about the exhaust because I do have an exhaust leak in my truck, and I've talked to people before, and they said, like, I talked to another mechanic I had, and he said, don't worry about the exhaust leak. He says it's going to cost you over $2,000 to fix it. So I was curious. I asked the guy about it. I said, I have an exhaust leak. He said, yeah, I know. And I said, what do you charge to fix it? He said, to fix that. And he's like, oh, $500. So I wasn't going to bother with it, but if it's only going to be $500 and he's going to do the work, I might get that fixed. So we'll see. Anyway, and just after I got the truck fixed, get it home, I started getting calls. So I'm booked for tomorrow for a pickup, delivery, and a hauling job. I missed one yesterday, so I'm getting phone calls again. And the snow should melt off by tomorrow, hopefully, so I can get out of here. And looks like the snow stopped. So I'll have a hauling and a pickup and delivery job tomorrow. So things are looking good. As soon as I got the truck fixed, things start rolling. So I'm gonna sweep this truck out, get it ready. Like I said, I feel lucky I got that mechanic. I mean, that's really happy about that, because one thing about having a business where you rely on your vehicle, you want to have either you're a mechanic and you know what you're doing, and you have your own tools to shop. That's really good. But if you don't, like me, having a trustworthy mechanic close by is golden. So it's getting really cold here. Zip this up. This jacket's I got this really cool jacket. I got this jacket on a junk job. I mean, it's a nice. I've had this for like a couple of years. It's like a really good, nice, warm ski jacket. And the guy was throwing it out, and I was like, I'll take it. So you even get clothes. I mean, I got on one junk job last year. I got all brand new cargo. They hadn't been used, I don't think. They were cargo shorts, and they're very sturdy, and I've been using those. I've gotten sweatshirts, and so you get even clothing and other things on these junk jobs. I got tons of stuff I use. In fact, all these dollies here, these dollies I got all those on jobs. All these blankets I got on jobs. I even got those harnesses. Once you start doing these jobs, you'll get tools, you get stuff you need. I got saws, I got reciprocating saws, tools, screwdriver sets, socket sets that people were throwing out when I was doing garage removal or storage removal. So I got shovels and things like that. You'll get all kinds of tools, so you may not even need to buy like a dolly. I mean, I would suggest buying a dolly at least, but you'll start to collect dollies and things like that. In fact, I was on a job one time. It was an office removal, and I was taking out a bunch of filing cabinets. Now, filing cabinets were very hard to sell back then. That's when offices were, people were, as soon as the pandemic came in and people started getting used to working home and and all the computer technology for working at home, home offices are now very, very popular. And people in home offices, they need the filing cabinets. So now you can sell filing cabinets to people who have home offices. Before you couldn't. So that's a new market. If I do get more filing cabinets, I'll take those. Before, they were hard to sell, especially the metal ones. So that's something to look into if you're doing removals. When you're doing, anyway, the office furniture removal I was doing, there was a bunch of filing cabinets, and I was using a dolly that I had bought, and the guy's like, "Man, I wish you were here," because they had been removing stuff. They were like basically cleaning out the whole building, and I was taking the filing cabinets and some desks, and they sold some stuff. So I was actually moving stuff for customers, like big desks and things, and get into the house. But they were like, we had like hundreds of these dollies. I don't know if it was a maintenance department or what in the office. We were throwing these things in the dumpster. And if we would have known you before, we would have just given them to you. So I was like, man, I missed out on that, because that would have been, dollies are expensive. Even your cheap dolly like the one I have here, some of these are, I think that box dolly there, I'll show you. This one here is probably, I think I bought it for like $35, but now they're these here, I got that from a guy who I work with. This one here is about $200. I got that for a junk job. And this one here, I think those are about $200. Got that on a job. And the blankets, these are good moving blankets. They can run $20 a piece. These are not so good, but they work. Those can run like 10 to 15, or maybe 5 if you're lucky. So, and I was acquired about 100 on a job, on a storage job. There's 100 of them in there. They're worth about $5 a piece, because they're low grade blankets. These here, I got that on a job, and those are worth, like I said, they're worth like $20 because they're good. But even the other ones that are $5 a piece, because if you go to Harbor Freight, you're going to pay, I don't know, even if they're discounted, you're going to pay probably $10. At 100, even if they're 5, that's $500 right there. And the dollies, that's 200 there, and 200, 100, it adds up. And these are things you'll keep. I wouldn't sell my tools. Those are things I keep for use and jobs and all that. So, anyway, so that's, I don't know, I got off on that tangent. I was talking about getting the truck fixed and getting it rolling, and I went off on that tangent, but that's the way these videos go. I'm not scripting a video. I'm just kind of talking about things that are going through my day, and getting jobs and so forth. I don't have any script or edit these videos or anything like that. I don't have the equipment. I just have a phone. So maybe one of these days I'll get because I filmed a bunch of stuff yesterday when I was driving, because it was beautiful weather yesterday. It was nice and clear, so I figured I'd film the drive in the area because it looked nice. But when I got home, I accidentally deleted the video, so I couldn't use it. And I wish I had like a dash cam or something that I could film, some of the driving. It's always cool to see different areas and stuff. I like watching videos about when people are driving around. So maybe one of these days I'll get that camera. For now, I just got the iPhone, and I use that, and it's pretty decent. Imagine like years ago, the cameras weren't available on your phone like this. They weren't as good. And now with YouTube, you can put these long videos on. You used to not be able to do that. So it's good I really do enjoy putting these videos up, even though they're just kind of for me. But it shows, I can look back at them and see, what's going on in it, like the weather and what was going on and what kind of jobs I was getting, and kind of keep track of it. So it's like a video, documenting on video. So I don't really need all that fancy equipment, but maybe someday I will, and start editing. I don't even know how to edit videos, to tell you the truth. I just film them and put them on there. I have no idea how to edit, except for like I could splice them, but as far as like cutting them and splicing them, I don't really have the software. I don't have the computer. Everything's done on the phone. So I think that's about it. I don't want to talk about anything else. Just want to show that a little bit about what I'm doing the next couple days, and I'm putting up some ads and marketing here again. Start getting some more jobs. Next week is going to be great weather. It's going to be it's going to get close to 50. So we're heading in that time of year where things are going to start warming up a bit. We may have a couple more snowstorms like they do late February, early March, maybe a little bit of rain and some ice storms into April, and then we'll push into spring, and that's when you're going to get a lot of business. So I'm getting those videos out, getting the stuff on Google My Business, getting stuff on Bing, pushing my website, or trying to get I want to get a different website that's more interactive, and I want to get a bunch of business cards, hats, shirts, and then start marketing some apparel and stuff like that. I want to get some designs and stuff. I don't have any. I ordered some years ago. I had some shirts and had a hat, but the hats didn't look as good as I wanted to. So I want to look for a good company that'll do some decent hats, like trucker hats, and then I wanted to get maybe some of these hoodies, maybe a hoodie with my name on, with my Good Attitude Services, 10foottruck.com, t-shirts and things. I'm working on that because I don't really have any of that right now. So hopefully I can get at least business cards and some hats, or probably business cards and some shirts, and then I'll work towards the hoodies and then the hats, and I'll put those up on. When I get them, I'll put them up. Put a link to it, so if you want one. Anyway, this is Daryl, 10-Foot Truck, Good Attitude Services, signing out. Have a great day, have a great week, and have a prosperous one too.